What's up, y'all? This is Soleil coming back to you with just a quick message that's on my heart. I've been calling them in my emails that I send out for my business soul notes. So I got a soul message from y'all because it just hit me, came from my soul. My channel is The Real Soleil. I'm Soleil if you haven't figured that out. But today I want to remind you all that while we're on these healing and self-reflective and wellness and mental wellness journeys, to not forget balance. Balance is so key. And I learned this, well, I didn't learn this specific thing that I just said, but the next thing I'm going to say, I learned and heard this concept from, oh my gosh, from Micah Jones on TikTok and Instagram. He said that a lot of people on these journeys have this God complex. Everything revolves around you. We're not thinking about other people. And so if you're not careful, that you can develop that complex. Yes, isolation is important in certain periods of your life. Community is also important in certain periods of your life, right? And I'm bringing this up. I'm going to connect these things to where I'm at on my journey. So this morning I had to make a decision. There was a situation where other people that are around me right now have failed to plan. And I have been asking, trying to get updates and reminders about certain things a few weeks ago just because the deadline was coming up. Well, the deadline is today. And said persons reached out today with a very slim time frame. I'm talking about like 30 minutes up until the timeline to have something be done. And I'm living my life. Literally, I was doing a workout plan this morning. I'm part of this faith and fitness challenge going on right now. Doing a lot of things behind the scenes for me, spiritually and emotionally, right? Dropped my son off at school. He's good, doing his thing. I'm coming home. I done started prepping dinner for tonight. I am picking up things around the house, just kind of doing some spot cleaning and sitting down, filling out my little gratitude journal that I got going on, and started my workout. In the middle of my workout, because I don't have to be with these people until now, which is where I'm going right now, right? But they were cutting into my personal time that I had not dedicated to them, because we already had dedicated time today at a certain time. And so, I noted to myself that during my personal time this morning, caring for myself, that I was having a hard time concentrating because, these people are pressuring me and panicking, and sometimes can look at me as if I don't care, or because they're in chaos, that I'm not joining them in chaos. It looks like I don't care, but that's not the truth, because I know that I care. I'm a very, very caring person. Now, I think a lot of us can work on being more considerate, and I know I can be like that, but I'm not an inconsiderate person. It's just sometimes we get wrapped up in the things that we're doing, and we forget that our decisions and action and lack of action may affect other people, right? Well, that's not the case, because I was showing my care and my concern and my diligence and my devotion weeks ago, over the last couple of weeks as well, and they were not, right? So I had to make a decision. Am I going to be okay with being looked at? I'm gonna just use the word villain for lack of a better word, looked at as not caring and as a villain in this person's story, or not? And I chose this morning, whatever they want to view me as, not caring, whatever, the villain, then okay. And I've been learning that over the last couple of years, that I know what's going on. I know what my intentions are. I know the work that I've put in. I know the communication that I've set out to make. And if the other party didn't meet you there, and there's something, as people say, shit hit the fan as a result of them and their lack of action, then okay, I've done all I can do, right? I'm a very thorough person in business and in my personal life. And so it's hard when you're working with people that are not like that, especially people who don't have accountability. It's hard to work with those type of people because they're not diligent. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, procrastinating or whatever. And it could be a plethora of reasons why. Some people are just not thorough like that, or not diligent. But then you got some people that really do just procrastinate and wait until the last minute to get things done. Well, the thing about that is when other people are involved, it affects everyone, not just you. And so I've been dealing with that the last couple of years. Like, am I okay with being the villain? And at first I wasn't. I wanted to prove my point and tell my side of the story. But one thing I've learned about God, y'all, and I've said this in my last video, he will work it out. God will fight for you. God will vindicate you. He will make your enemies your footstool. When I tell you that those passages, those scriptures, and those principles have come true in my life over the last year, honey, 2023 was about people keeping my name out of their mouth. Now, they still gonna talk, right? But God has vindicated me in a way that I couldn't have even done it myself, right? And so this morning, I made the decision, because of the things that I've learned over the last year, how I see God moving in my life. I don't got no point to prove. I said what I said. I did what I did. I checked in when I was supposed to. I made an effort to get things done. But in trying to do that, now I'm being distracted from the other things that I'm supposed to do without your help. And so, no, focus on you. Focus on your wellness. Focus on taking care of yourself, doing your part diligently. Don't be matching people's energy. You stay the professional and the person that you are, and let people be who they gonna be. And those are their consequences for not showing up. It's not an emergency on your behalf because other people are failing to act in a way that benefits them. So be okay with being misunderstood. Be okay with, that's really just it. But I say all that to say the balance of it all, because there are going to be some points where you have to humble yourself to take accountability and be like, you know what, this actually was my fault. And so that God complex I was talking about, I could just be a person that's like, oh, it's never my fault. It's always everybody else's. I'm on a healing and wellness journey. I'm protecting my peace and can't nobody mess with me. In this situation, this situation I explained earlier, people are going to have to, I always tell my son that every action has a reaction, right? And so this morning, that's what I chose. I'm like, this is a result of something that you failed to do. But if it was something that I lacked, and I didn't do, and I made a commitment to do, I'm not gonna have a God complex on this quote unquote healing and wellness journey and say, I'm protecting my peace. No, we gotta take accountability. That is the balance of it all. But on the flip side of that, sometimes you have to be okay with being looked at as the problem, even though you know you're not. And so literally I was in the I was in my wellness routine. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody, bother me, because I'm taking care of myself and I have time dedicated to deal with this issue later, right? And so for me, that was the balance. It's like, I'm not gonna ignore this completely, but at the dedicated time that I've set aside with this group, we will deal with it then. But I'm not gonna let you cut into my time and got me all off track, because I was off track. Like, when you're working out, or meditating, things come in your head, you gotta try to block it out. I had to actively stay focused on my routine this morning. And so maybe a better boundary for me going forward is to put my phone on do not disturb while I'm working out, while I'm filling out my journal, while I'm meditating. And so lesson learned from me, right? But yes, community is important. We cannot do a lot of things by ourselves, right? We're not meant to and designed to do everything by ourselves. But community got to show up the way the community is supposed to show up as well. Everybody needs to do their part. Everybody can't be a chief. Everybody cannot be in charge. And it's really just that simple. So do your part, take accountability, don't have a God complex, and create balance. What is the balance? The balance is, if you need to take accountability today, cool. If you need to let some shit fall for a little bit, people get the result that they get because of their lack of planning, then cool. Just be mindful. Practice mindfulness in every aspect, and not just by yourself. Not just mindfulness in terms of praying or working out. Practice mindfulness and making mindful decisions when you're dealing with people in community as well. So that's my message for today. I hope y'all are doing well. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, if you just like the wisdom. I know y'all probably want to see me more not driving. I get it. But if you like this message and something resonated and you want to see more of it, subscribe to my channel, make a comment below, start community with the SolTribe family. I'll be posting this soon. Valentine's Day is coming up, so get you a loved necklace. I am wearing one right now. They come in gold, rose gold, and silver, and they are hypoallergenic, tarnish free, and waterproof, made by offered and created, coming from a Black woman-owned business called Soul Rise Essentials. You can get one in the comments, or go to the description, or go to soulriseessentials.com. It's my mental wellness merch business. Our merch empowers you to thrive on your best days and those in between. So join the SolTribe family and share the website. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, like it, all that jazz, y'all. I'm gonna head on to this appointment, child, and be graceful. That's one thing I've told myself, that I handle conflict with grace. So may not get it right 100% of the time, but that's my goal for today. Maybe I'll update y'all later. I need to clean my window. I just got the car cleaned yesterday, but I guess I got to clean the inside. All right, y'all. Peace. See you in the next video.